All right, boys and girls, so today you're going to make your very own word art, and you're going to go there by Googling in the Google search there, word art. Once you put that in there, you'll see this pop up. Click that. Then you'll see, it says word art. You see this little thing that says create now. Click on create now. It may take a little while. The gears just mean it's working. And during this time, get your adjective list ready. Today, we were looking at pumpkins, so you're going to make sure that you have your list of adjectives that described pumpkins. If you are describing something else, make sure whatever that adjective list is, of whatever that topic is, you have it ready. Now again, it might take a little bit of time to get everything set up. All right, boys and girls, so you're going to make your very own word art. You're going to go into your Google search and type in the words word art. And when you have that typed into your search engine, you'll click on the wordart.com. To create your word art, click Create Now. And during this time, make sure that you have your list of adjectives that described your topic ready to go, because you're going to use those adjectives when you begin your word art. And I would say have at least 10 or more adjectives listed for your topic. Now for my class, I know that we're going to focus on describing a pumpkin, but maybe you have another topic in mind that you're going to describe, whether it's about you or about your vacation or about just something else in general. You might be working on something else, but just make sure that adjective list is ready as the word art program loads. All right, now that it's loaded, you're going to see, it may be a little confusing at first, but you're just going to go ahead over here and see where that gray box is. It says Word. They're just giving you an example there. You're going to just start there by erasing that word and typing in your topic. My topic I'm going to click or make is, the word I'm going to put in there is pumpkin. The next word, I'm going to just continue to write all about that noun, pumpkin. I'm going to say it was gooey inside. I'm going to describe it as orange. I'm going to describe it as big. Okay. I'm going to describe the inside of it to be stringy. I know that's something that I found. And wet. Gross. Something that also is used around Halloween. So I'm going to write that in there. That's what it reminds me of. And if you can think of anything else, again, you want to make sure you have 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to do 2 more describing it. I'm going to say the outside part is hard. The inside part, like I said, could also be described as squishy, is what we are going to decide. So maybe someone else thinks they're pretty. Pumpkins are pretty. And that's okay too. We'll write that in there. Now that you've got your list of adjectives and your topic in your first line, you're going to go over where it says size. See where it says size? The bigger the size, the more it will stand out. The smaller size, you won't see the word as much. So I would range your sizes of font from anywhere from a 3 to a 20. Obviously, your topic should be the 20. Everything else should be less than that. So I'm going to say 15, 7, 11, I don't know, just random numbers in here, making some words smaller than others, some words bigger than others, because I want those words to stand out, and so on. So make sure that you come up with a good list there, or a good size for each one. Now that you have your adjective and your size, it says here default color, okay? And this, when you click on the default color, you can make it default, or that means it's going to give you what the program wants for that, for your words, what color scheme it has. Or you can make your own color scheme and just click blue, click apply. But for now, just because it's easier to just, so we're learning the program, just leave it as default. Now that you have it set, go to your shapes. Because we're talking about pumpkin, there are lots of different kinds of shapes here, but I'm going to click on Halloween. And there are 3 pumpkin choices. I'm going to go ahead and choose on the first one here. And then I want to see what that looks like. I'm going to click Visualize. This is where the magic happens. Once you click that red button, Visualize, boom, it's all right there. You see? All the different words, all the different adjectives that we had in there. And because we use the default coloring, it automatically goes to what a pumpkin would be. How nice is that? Finally, let's say I don't like that font. I want to change the font. I can pick from so many different kinds of font, but I do really want it to stand out. So I'm going to go ahead. I like this slacky kind of thing. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to click on that and then click Visualize. What is that going to do? Watch the magic, boys and girls. All right, changes my font to look in the font of Slacky. Here we go. And it all stands out. Now, once I'm done, you're going to go ahead and save this. So you're going to click Download. And you're going to download it as the standard JPEG. When you click on that, boys and girls, you're going to see it's coming down to your left-hand corner. When you click on it, or click on that arrow, this will pop up. You're going to save it. These 3 dots will show you some choices. And under those choices, you'll click Save As. And then you're going to go to Desktop. When you go to Desktop, Elementary East Student, then you'll click on 3rd grade, and then you'll click on your 3rd grade teacher's initials, and they should simply have a folder for you in there, or simply just drop it in there. Because I'm Mrs. Brindle, I am going to save it under a descriptive word art, and then put your initials in. Okay. And there you have it, boys and girls. You just click Save. And there it is. And then your teacher can print that out for you. Great job. I hope you enjoyed making your first word art.